Hey guys, I'm on the way to Ismet's training and we're starting a vlog today, and I'm supposed to have a plan, but I have absolutely no idea what we're gonna do. So the first episode might be a little weird, but let's do it. Okay, I can see him there. Yo!
What's going on?
What's happening?
I'm doing this stuff, and it's a lot of stuff.
Alright.
Because we need pizza.
Boom! No, nobody saw that. Okay.
We need some protection.
So what is happening today?
Today we have Chinese boxing first, and then we have North Star weaponry lesson with for short sticks and Wudang sword.
North Star weaponry.
That's the name I chose for my weapon classes with Norman together, and we are teaching basically Wudang sword and the stuff, dark warrior stuff. And today is the sword day, and for the sword day we have of course the sticks for the partner drills, and for the solo practice I got my swords.
Oh, nice.
And now we are almost ready. Yeah, we had already a couple of rainy training days. It's really nice and good, especially when it gets dark later, you know, and it schools the reflexes better. Firstly, it's dark. Secondly, all the rain dropping down, you know, your face, and
nice.
You must really focus on the weapon you have in your hand, and of course on the opponent. Yeah, if we will film that far that we go into the weaponry class also, yeah, you can catch some scenes from there.
I want to join the training. I don't want to film today.
Time is there, 10 push-ups, and you get up with the shadow step. Like after the warming up, now we go into a little bit of cardio. We start this with the ropes, and then we will go into high intensity Chinese boxing exercises. So. On time!
What's the idea of Chinese boxing? What's
basically
the concept behind it?
We can maybe stand here, it's a little bit music too loud here. Chinese boxing, basically the main idea behind this is the fastest and most sure way to get ability to defend yourself with mostly Chinese martial arts. So this idea doesn't come from me, this is basically from my first Kung Fu teacher. He was a boxer and a southern praying mantis practitioner, and learned a style called Sogar Kun. So this style combines 8 animals, so the 8 animal style. It's the southern style, and from these styles and his boxing background and his kicking background, basically he's also a Taekwondo black belt, he created something which is very simple, direct, and like not only efficient, also effective. So effective and efficient.
But why is it important that it's just Kung Fu?
It's not only Kung Fu, but mostly Kung Fu, because the background of my first Sifu is Kung Fu and my background is Kung Fu. That's why, let's say 90% or 80% is out of Chinese martial arts. But there are also, of course, like I trained in kickboxing also, in Taekwondo, Karate, and also a little bit of Muay Thai. So the knowledge of that is also a little bit in, yeah. But the principles are still from Chinese martial arts, and especially of my internal martial arts background. 1, 2, absetzen, 3, okay? Pum, pum. Der Block, der Block. 1, 2, genau das. Nochmal, 1, 2, 3 jetzt. 1, 2, 3, das ist es. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, Absatz, boom. 1, 2, Absatz, zack, genau. Ha, boom, 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 boom. 2 wär's nach innen ab. Boom, boom. 3 wieder außen. Nochmal. Boom.
Life is good.
Außen. Innen. Alter. Barefoot motor gestart.
What's happening now?
Now we have a little rest until we start the weaponry class with the sticks. We will start first with the swords, actually. We will do the basics, the 9 basics, which is obligatory for the whole system, like the 9 directions. And after the 9 directions, we go straight into the partner work. And today we will work on 2 different techniques, 2 different defense methods. We will see later. And the people are happy already. Today basically is the 33rd training session, right? The 33rd. So we have, after today we have 3 sessions left. Then we have 36 together. And everyone who had 36 lessons basically can make this exam for the level 2. But apart of us, nobody has it.
Wait, and you are the teachers.
Yeah, we both we are the teachers, and we have the 36 then. I hope so. But some of them have.
What is this? What is this system?
The system is about weaponry. Like it comes from Chinese Wudang sword and Gun also from Wudang, a staff system, long pole. And what we bring now in the West is the applicable method of these antique systems. What means this? Like we basically going from the principles how to apply it, and not only have the beautiful forms, which is super and good and great, but also have the applications and the drills and the actual use of it in an actual situation.
Yeah, real situation.
And
mostly real situation.
Exactly. So, and it's not only about the application either. You know?
It's a complete system. Like we have all different parts.
Das schneidest du sowas von weg. Yeah, because if it would be only the applications, I can send the students somewhere. They can train also Kali, Escrima, the great systems, if someone wants to only learn how to fight with this. But what we teach is not only that, it's also the movement. It's the structure, body motion, how to move with the weapon, which is basically also the very first principle in Wudang sword. The most important skill is not how to handle the weapon, but how to handle the body with the weapon. So, and that is our main principle here, how we go into that, you know?
Is there a difference to Escrima or Kali?
Yeah.
Like,
there are
is
big
it
differences, but when we have the short sticks, of course it looks similar. When we move with them.
But from the underlying principles, it's a different thing?
We have the 7 stars, and most Kali, what means 7 stars, I'm gonna tell you in a second. But most Kali practitioners, okay, now you must come here. You have 2 different, stick fighting systems out there.
Yeah.
It can be named Escrima, Kali, Anis. It's all the same thing from the Philippines, basically. But some are blade-based and some are stick-based. So the blade-based Kali systems are more near to our system. What we do is basically out of Wudang sword. It's a blade-based system. So basically, if the guy is here and he attacks me, I'm not standing here and fight with his weapon, because that is not possible if I know what this blade can do to me. So in a stick-based system, I could do that. So he attacks me, I can stand here, tap, 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 tap. Yeah, I can do that here. But in a blade-based system, it's so fast. So basically, that would be my first motion, and not standing here and standing on my spot and doing my stuff here. 1 second. So the basic answer to that attack, what he just did. So when you do this one more time, it's this, cutting off the first of the 7 stars. And that is where we start, where our thing method comes from. The phoenix flies to the 7 stars, and these 7 stars are head, shoulders, elbows, wrists, hip area, groin area, knee caps and behind the knees, and the ankles and Achilles. These are the 7 stars in Wudang sword. So the phoenix is the sword. So all what we do is we are not concerned about the weapon, we are concerned about these 7 stars. And these are our targets, and these are what we are looking to. And as I said, because you asked the difference between Kali and what we do, or Escrima, so if the Kali system is blade based, mostly they also use this kind of a system. They don't stand there and do 1000 techniques on the spot, they move, they have step group. And that is what we have too.
So when there's a blade-based system, it means that you take care that the blade does not hit you, because if it hits you once, maybe you're dead.
Exactly, and I also don't want contact blade to blade. I don't want much this, I don't want that.
Like in the movies?
No, yes, exactly. I don't want that, what you see in the movies. It looks good, but of course we have the drills where we have contact, stick with stick, which simulates blade versus blade, but the idea behind that is always going to the 7 stars. Yeah, in the applications in a second I can show you what I mean with that. And stick fighting. So basically, stick fighting, they actually do what they say. The stick fighters, the attack comes, they fight the stick. The other side, they fight the stick, they fight the stick. But our thing is not called stick fighting, and I also don't want to call it like sword fighting, because I don't fight the sword. You understand? That's why we called it North Star weaponry. North Star is the sign of the 7 stars, and these are the 7 stars.
Are there other weapons involved, or only?
Yes.
Okay.
Long pole, and there we
yeah, you
have
said that.
similar principles also. But today it's not the long pole, so that is basically the idea behind this weaponry and how this starts. And the step work what we have, we use from Wudang sword, like Chilinbu Chabu, or Chilungbu Chabu. Chilungbu is a very famous stance, yeah, riding on a dragon stance. That's the Chilungbu, yeah. And Chabu, basically this cross stance. And we combine this always in like shadow steps. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That is the very first beginning, which is similar to Kali, but the difference to Kali, they don't cross the legs. As one friend of mine and a student of mine told me once, they never cross the steps, like what we are actually doing. We are crossing the steps and then change direction, cross, change. And according to 2 of my friends who actually practice Kali, they never cross the steps. They are always like changing like this without crossing the steps. We have our reasons to actually cross the steps, and they have their reasons to not cross the steps. Weapon wise, there are also differences. Kali, blade-based Kali, they're based on machete. How to say machete?
Machete.
Yeah, machete, yeah. So basically they use more cuts.
Like a saber?
Cuts, like a saber, like a Chinese Dao saber. But in Wudang sword, yes, we have cuts, but we have a lot of stabbing techniques, which are basically coming in the levels from 3 up. Yeah, and the very beginning levels, it's the easy cutting stuff. Yeah, it's the cutting stuff. Move, yes, like this, like this, like this. Yeah, and then I would intercept with the cutting, with the stabbing, when the level is there. But of course, you must know this. You can't basically, when the stuff is on the other side and he's about to come, you can't do that. Yeah, but on this side you can do that because you are really intercepting this arm with your stab. Yeah, these are the principles you must know. And in Wudang system, there basically you have 5 main principles, and within these 5, it's all written down. You have these 13 principles of sword handling, and there it is all written down how you use the stabbing, how you use the cutting, how you use the painting, how you use the rise, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, enough for the introduction. While we go here, a couple of times I go to his, as you see, to his wrist, but he's blocking it. It looks like we just do this. Let's say you don't take care. Yeah. So here he is cut. You don't need to slow down, just go here. Yes. Here. And now when he takes care, actually, he doesn't know when I'm gonna attack his wrist. And he will react. Yeah. Every time when I come from out to in, yeah. Sometimes I'm gonna attack his wrist, and he's not allowing my stick to hit his wrist. Eins, boom. Hand is through, and then here. Yeah. That is the main aspect what we want. Like there is an opening, we go in. If it is distance, yes, here, boom, and then we are close enough to go into here. Yeah, this hand is here, and the trigram is fire.
What happened? Did you like sprain your ankle right now? Or?
I hope it's not ripped. The Achilles
Ripped?
it popped a little bit. I hope it's just a temporary pain and not really serious.
Okay, that's it for today, I guess. It was too dark to film more. So that's why we stop here. Ismet, I think, sprained his ankle or something. We'll check on this tomorrow and update you guys. Alright, hey guys. So it's Monday. I'm on my way to the Monday training. Apparently Ismet's foot is okay. And we will join some staff training. Yo!
Alter, krass, Alter.
Every day.
Boom! So
Now we start the staff training. Basically, you start the staff training.
With the
16? Yeah, 16. Maybe you can tell what's the 16.
The 16 basic exercises.
The basics. Exercises. No. The 16 are very important.
Yeah.
Why? Because
they are
I think that's it for today.
the fundamentals, man.
so.
Well, unfortunately, it was too dark again because staff class is a little later in the evening, and we will probably buy a light or several lights so we can film in mind.